In the Akron Art Museum, an installation titled The Collection Galleries presents a selection of over 260 creative works from paintings to marble sculptures to wooden carvings. There are 5 specific galleries in the installation that showcase the Western tradition. The gallery that I have chosen to concentrate on is the Art of Medieval and Renaissance Europe. This specific gallery houses 29 works of art that will draw you in with their amazing detail. For a cozy art museum that is located in a small college town, there are some amazing pieces that you would want to look at for ages. During the medieval time period, which lasted from the 5th to about the 15th century, the main focus of art was often religion. The paintings or sculptures were mostly housed in churches, so the main focus of these works were creating symbols of Christian concepts and values. The pieces of art were very simple compared to the Renaissance paintings. There is no perspective depth, and the depictions of human bodies were quite odd when looking at their body proportions and eerie facial expressions. Renaissance art, in comparison, exudes natural beauty, soft lines, and a striking attention to detail. The art pieces focused on realism, portraying things as they looked in the natural world. In this period rose the concept of linear perspective, giving a more realistic look to the piece. Unlike medieval art, the artwork wasn't as focused on religion, more about the beauty in nature, importantly in humans beings. Common artistic characteristics included the use of light, shadow, and soft lines. The gallery holds many paintings that define these concepts and qualities of the historical times. The juxtaposition between the simpler medieval pieces and the intricate Renaissance pieces is a wonderful aspect to gaze upon as you stroll through the side wing. The quaint simplicity of the medieval pieces highlights the cultural shift to the realistic, soft light of the Renaissance works. Multiple paintings and sculptures struck out to me with their attention to detail. The Renaissance era is by far my favorite, so as I strolled through the gallery, I was pulled to the paintings with exquisite detail that one wouldn't notice at first. In The Triumphant Christ Forgiving Repentant Sinners by Johann Buchhorst, Christ is seen standing beside the cross, signifying a sacrifice, signaling to the people surrounding him in a comforting way. His hand is turned outright in a welcoming position, and the light is shining upon him, signifying his holiness. This is what one would see at first glance, but if one delves deeper into the painting, one would see specific details of what Buchhorst is trying to show the viewer. Christ is placing his foot upon 3 objects, a snake and a skull signifying death is sin, and a globe signifying the earth. The details of the face can also draw the viewer in. Each facial expression is different and is detailed right down to the hairs upon their head. Another extremely detailed painting that stuck out to me was The Holy Family with the Infant St. John the Baptist by Battista Loretti. The painting is special to the gallery because it is an example of Northern Italian Renaissance. Features like the landscape, attention to texture, and the light effects are typical of the area. As the characteristics show, there is great detail in the landscape, even in the background. The colors are rich, and the attention to detail in the garments are amazing. The folds in the fabric are quite lifelike, and in comparison to the detail in the previous medieval period, this is quite a change. All the Renaissance pieces were detailed and reflected the values of the time. The dedication of the artist truly shone through in each of the pieces. Even though the medieval pieces were two-dimensional, they showed the values and meanings of the time period. Though the artwork isn't as detailed as the Renaissance paintings, this doesn't discredit their artist's talent of the makers. In The Virgin and Child, a woman is depicted cradling a small child. This panel is typical of medieval art because of the simple golden background, the unnatural body proportions, and the religious symbols scattered throughout the picture. The many religious symbols throughout the picture is a testament to how religion influenced artwork. The Virgin in the photo is Madonna of Humility because of Mary's kneeling position. The Latin inscription on the panel of the painting translates to Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Although the painting is simple, the surrounding panel is quite decorative and detailed. The gold paneling on the top and sides are quite intricate, and using them in this painting honors Mary and Jesus. The carving of the death of a virgin depicts a woman lying on a bed, surrounded by men with varying facial types, all in distress. This is by far my favorite medieval piece in the gallery because of the attention to the differing facial expressions of the surrounding apostles. No 2 men look alike. The dedication and thought put into this truly shines through. Some apostles are gazing at the Virgin with a forlorn look in their eyes, while others are gazing away from the bed, either to the sky or with downcast eyes. The folds of the apostles' robes and the bedding are also magnificent, as one should keep in mind that this was all done by hand. In addition, The faces and bodies all look relatively proportional, a different characteristic of the time period. The detail and dedication put into these pieces is an integral part of the beauty these pieces. From each paint stroke to each carving, one can see how the culture of the time period, love of the practice, and the significance of the piece played into how the artwork was completed. Art is a beautiful way to learn about how the culture influenced the minds of the time period, and the Ackland Art Museum does a wonderful job of representing this. They chose specific pieces to represent the values and morals of these two time periods and attempted to incorporate diversity of art through paintings, carvings, plates, and metal pieces. The progression of detail from medieval Europe through the Renaissance can be seen as one walks down the side hall of the Ackland Art Museum.